Hello, this is Joshua for Frost Dragon Designs, and today I'd like to talk to you about my Guitar Bard hard enamel pin. Every month in 2023, I'll be releasing a new standalone RPG cat through my website. This month's design is the Guitar Bard, so let's get into the design. At its core, the Guitar Bard came out of a need for a replacement pin for a male-typed Bard pin. I have a Girl Kitty Bard pin from Series 1 that I like quite a bit, and it's still quite popular. For Series 2, I did a male Bard with a violin, and he's got kind of a burgundy hat with a white feather on it. And I just never really connected with that design the same way that I did with the Series 1 Bard. So when the Series 2 Bard sold out, I decided that I was not going to be ordering any additional of that design, and instead I created a new male Bard pin, which is the Guitar Bard. When I was thinking about what I wanted this pin to look and feel like, I kind of thought that it would be fun to do a modern day guitar look, because that would kind of allow me to double dip in the sense that, yes, this is a Black Cat RPG Bard pin, but it could also just be seen as kind of like a Rockstar Kitty pin. And, you know, if I can have a pin pull double duty like that and be appealing to two entirely separate audiences, I don't see a reason to not do that. So that was part of the reason why we went with the guitar, but the other one is just that I really liked the aesthetic and I thought that it could be a lot of fun. I think there were kind of two images in my head bouncing around while I was working on this design. One of them was Elvis Presley, you know, with the cape and the flared pants and that sort of very flamboyant rocker look. And the other thing that I kind of had in my head was the guy on the Captain Morgan bottle, you know, the way he's standing with his foot up on the little keg. And I thought that that would be kind of a fun aesthetic, especially for a guitarist. It's like, you know, maybe he's in a tavern and, you know, he's just got his foot resting up on the little keg and he's, you know, just rocking out. I don't know whether that was a gig or he just, you know, started playing or what's going on there. But I had both of those images in my head and I was kind of using those as my touch points for how I emotionally wanted this design to feel. I wanted it to feel fun, like everyone's having a good time and just really enjoying themselves. But at the same time, he still needed to feel heroic, you know, like a guitar-wielding hero. If only there were a phrase I could use that weren't trademarked to describe that. Anyway, you can see that I initially tried doing like a small treasure chest with his foot resting on it, but then I swapped that out for a small barrel or keg anyway. I kind of wanted to avoid the direct allusion to the Captain Morgan imagery, but at the end of the day, I just decided that that was a better fit for the character, given that they were probably in a tavern or some sort of setting like that, and it just really felt better than a tiny treasure chest with his foot on it. So at this point, the core design is done. Like the basics of what his design is here now. And then I started to turn my attention to what can I do to level him up. This is always kind of a really fun part of the design process for me because the base idea is there and all I'm doing now is I'm adding embellishments and finding ways to make him look cooler and cooler and to tell more of the story of who this character is visually. When I imagine this character, I do not imagine this being a humble person. This is a kind of a braggadocious person. They're flashy. They want people's attention. And so the concept starts being, well, how can I make sure that they look like they have that level of bravado? So I started thinking about, you know, guitarists, rock band members, and I started thinking about that kind of aesthetic and what I could add and what I could take from that and bring into this design. And something about what I ended up doing with the hair somehow reminds me of David Bowie. So for whatever reason, now this character has David Bowie's voice in my head. So thanks for rocking out with me today. I hope that you enjoyed this video as much as I enjoyed creating this design. Please go ahead, like and subscribe. I will have a new pin design video every week. Thanks so much and have a great day.